wish comes to truth, or will it be Dakusena who will be winning it out? But let's move on to the draft phase since both the teams are ready. And I believe we will be seeing the same kind of bands like Uranus, Lapu Lapu, and Kimi. Personally, I believe three of the bands which we always see around, banning out Harriet. And of course, he has a lot of damage. Then again, I think maybe, banning him in the second phase. But then people do really like, especially the Indian meta, really loves to pick up the Harriet Devi.
Yeah. It's actually true, whoever it is, maybe into the hands of Benny Valentine or maybe it is into the hands of Ito, they really love to go for the Harris. And I've seen them play any other hero except the Harris because it's always consistently banned for both consecutive games. So it's highly unlikely we're going to be seeing it this time around again. So the Hayabusa taken away from the side of Dakusen. I thought it could have been Armageddon, but then again, the Lapu Lapu is also what it should be gone because you'll never know. Whenever you are onto the red side, you just want to take away the Lapu Lapu because it's highly likely to be picked out into the first place. Even though Armageddon were able to counter into the second game with the CC, I think it was highly considerably very annoying hero that they do not want to face again. But there we go, the Grandeur band again. Both of these marksmen always taken away from these two squads in particular.
The favorite goal laners, the Granger as well as the Harriet. And since both of them have been taken away, the possible heroes are left. We all know it will be either an Erythral or a Moscow. What else will they go for? 1-1? I didn't see even a single 1-1 in this tournament till now, I would say. So,
Yeah.
uh, yeah, the marksmen are pretty same. But then, Ash, what do you think would be the last bans from both the sides?
Preferably Rome, but no, it will be EXP. That will be Uranus from Dakusena and Armageddon. Maybe going for a Kalea ban. Don't want to give that Kalea to them or a Kimi as well because Kimi could be a great first pick from the side of Dakusena as it will be a flex, can just trick you up out. So I think Kimi ban will be needed here. But as I said, EXP meta going on, so maybe Devi will be correct about the glue ban from Armageddon Shide because we all know that glue can just not be a hindrance to the EXP laner as well as he'll be a hindrance in the team fight because he will be taking on to the backline. He can dive it on and he can catch them up. He can disrupt it as well. So banning it out will ease them a lot of options, but they are going for a Kadita ban. Farsa open. It's a bit tricky from Dakusena side.
Well, definitely a lot of options open. You can go for the blue. You can go for the Kimi. And Parsi is also open. And I believe like Kadita is actually making a lot of waves
Mhm.
in this meta because the buff she received doesn't even need the petrify, I would say. That's how good her ultimate especially has become because she can only be suppressed now. And she is kind of a major contender against Farsa because when she stands up alone in that ult, she can be bursted down easily by the Kadita. So people just don't want it anymore. And
Mhm.
let's see what they go for since the first two good picks right now in the hands of Team Dakusina, Debbie.
Yeah, this makes more sense, right? Because for Armageddon, they wouldn't ban out the Granger. This makes perfect sense now. Nakosena always ban out the Granger when they are onto the red side in the Lapu Lapu as well. But still, they still stick to the comfort because, like we have already known in the best of five series, if the first game and the second game is more of an experiment, the third game is more of a comfort. It's actually a theory that they usually want to go for, and this is what they are sticking to. Both of the teams, look at that, they pick away the marksmen's first. They do not want to be choked down. The Mart is already into the hands of Ito as well as the box, yeah. And most of the time, I've seen Armageddon pick up the Buxa, it goes mainly into the ROM, so kind of can also be a flex. We'll never know. They can change it out, but it can mostly go into the ROM because the combination that they do with Fame and Ryota is actually very commendable. So they could really go for that. But onto the hands of Dakusena, though, they really stick to the comfort, the Gatukata again, and of course, it's gonna be the Iritel going against the Moskov, a direct counter for him as well, and the Suyo, which is one of the most comfortable hero for Kayasi.
Well, of course, like I said before, Debbie, no other option.
Mhm.
Only the Moscow and Irital is all that's
Yeah.
left. We wouldn't be seeing 1-1. And Leslie got really good buffs. But unfortunately, we don't see her in the tournaments either way. But right now, I would say Garot Kaja a very good pick for Haitatsu because he does play it pretty well. The taunts are on point, and the follow ups are also pretty good because since it is a Suyo, he has the option to dive in and dive out as well. A lot of immunity into his hands. So right now, I think the draft from the side of Team Dakusena is pretty good, kind of balanced when it comes to distance because Irisal does have a mobility. And when we do see Team Armageddon, they have a Baksha for the front lining and it will be covered up with the range which Farsa has. And since they even picked up the Baksha, so there is always that uncertainty card into their hands that whether he'll be the jungler, will it be the roam, or even the EXP is possible. So all the
Mhm.
bans are set in stone. Ash, what do you think Will Stain and Funny Valentine, the two remaining picks on the side of Dakusena, could be?
I feel like they will be going for that maybe Katot onto the EXP and a Kalea can be picked up at this moment if they are
Yeah.
thinking that Basa onto the Rome side. Because
Mhm.
maybe Armageddon will pick it up for like something mobility type of assassin right now
Mhm.
for them, and it will not be easy to catch it up without a sustain CC. But no, it will be a Selena.
Oh.
Okay, I was thinking a Selena ban from Armageddon, but they went for that glue ban. That means they are kind of in fear from that glue because obviously it will disrupt the backline. So it is
Mhm.
also a good ban. But banning the Selena out there may be having a lot of issues in the into the mid lane for Dakusena, but they didn't went for it. So I feel like Selena will be a obvious pick here because no other mages are open. And in this new meta going on, there are only 5 to 6 mages who can just match up in a tournament scenario. But now Ito and Fame, I feel like if this Basha is Rome, I'm gonna see a Xbox in the jungle. I
Ah.
want to see a Xbox
Um,
into the jungle.
well, definitely Xbox could be a good option. And with this, I think Farsa,
Oh.
though, she will be quite in some issues there because when she uses up the ult, Selena might look for that possible engage, stunning her out, taking her away from that series. So let's just see how it goes. They really need to, especially Farsa needs to mark her position, needs to make sure that she's safe because the amount of dive in and crowd control Daxina has right now is kind of pretty good. And with this Julian being picked up, I haven't seen this guy after the nerfs, and I am sure Ash will be pretty happy because it's one of his favorite heroes.
Yeah, I'm not happy. I'm kind of sad because I don't want Armageddon to lose this second match because the game will goes to
Oh,
number 5 and my prediction will be wrong. That's the reason not that I'm blaming Armageddon. It's like
but
because
he's in
Julian is nerf, Hylos is in the nerf as well. So I feel like Basha will be into the EXP. So how it goes, I'm not sure. Debbie can I mean explain it more good.
I
the.
think it has to be a Boxia room, right? Because if I'm not wrong, because they love going for a Boxia room instead of the XP, but we'll never know. We'll never know because there can be a lot of setup when you have a room Boxia. And you can just be a damage soaker when you are a Hylos to try to tank out and be that Buddha cement for your team and let them hit from the background with the arrows most of the time. But yeah, it's definitely a very hard choice right now because of the last pick done by Dakusena here, a very very solid pick. Because I like the CC this time around. Because against a Hylos, the CC thrives a lot. So maybe Armageddon can even change it out and send the Baxia into the XP again. But I'm not really a fan of a Baxia into the XP because it really worked well when it is into the room because of the mobility that he have and the wheels, of course, that he is gonna be using to move around all over the map.
Well, yep. As she said, let's just see what happens. And with this, I welcome you all to the Land of Dawn. This is the game 3 between Team Armageddon on the blue side and Team Dakusina on the red. And both of the teams in an equal position. Let's see who gets up this third game.
Thank you so much, Asuya. See you soon. And here we are for the game number 3 into the knockout stage. And Armageddon and Dakusena are right now in same points. And this will be getting, I mean, a lead in this BO5 series. And already the match, the hit is on because we can see a little bit of not a skirmish, but you can say a little bit of poke already started, and here you go.
And a lot of pokes already. So there we are. Into the wrong position is actually Fame onto the Baxia, which is highly commendable. Oh, look at that though. There was a good naughty move coming out from. Oh, look at that stun.
Okay, that song was good, but
Oh,
not in a fighty mood at this moment, and they'll be just taking out that litho, or you can say little
dragon.
pterodactyl.
I just
And
know it as a dragon, man.
yeah, yesterday I just said dragon because I just forget the name of that dinosaurs because I'm literally poor in evolution. But now the evolution will be
Oh,
there. Abyssal Trap just connected with the Abyssal Arrow as well, and there will be Suyu will be getting the first blood. Dakusena starting the way for themselves.
wow, that was a good one. That was a good one. A first kill onto the hands of onto them right now. But Fame, I think he's actually able to wasn't able to sustain with the revitalize that I have. But you know the pressure coming out from Stain onto this Selena is just too much for them to handle because it is a Farsa we are talking about. And oh, look at the stun though.
Okay, Turtle start, and it will be Selena taking out Julian. Turtle will be slain easily by Suyu, and they're going for a double kill. But at this moment, Hylos chasing up.
Oh,
Oh my goodness, Feather Strike just come up into the way, but Hylos will be taken out easily. Katotkacha managed to get down that Farsa over there, 3-man down with the Turtle. 4 trace on. Can it be a fifth? Yep, it will be a fifth. EXP rotation will walk here. CC will be the one claiming the kill on the Bush.
oh my goodness, what a long-lasting team fight we are seeing right there. Armageddon wasn't able to capitalize on it as well, and a very, very early kill onto the hands of Funny Valentine is definitely got not a good start for the side of Armageddon, especially when you are on the Moscow. You do not really want to give it away, but the stun landing onto blue buff again, look at that.
Yup. And once again, they're going for the fight. This time, the kite will works good. I mean, the chain will works good. Announced chain, and they managed to take the first kill for themselves. Basha will be the one. Just started it off for the side of Armageddon. But, you know, Debbie, I feel like the fight was unnecessary from the side of Dakusena. Even though they have the lead, they shouldn't have went for that. Again, they're going for it. AOG come up, and there you go. One more fight is up. But Irithel is right now melting down. The Basha will be out from the situation. To help the
Oh
art.
my god. Man, I feel like you're right, man. Whatever team fights they are getting. Oh, another one.
One more fight is here, and Hylos claiming the kill on the Irithel. In the meantime, we can see Fasta got down by Suyu. They're going for a double kill, revitalizing popped up. Suyu going for this. Oh my goodness, Spear of Misery!
Oh.
Just managed to push the two of them back, and the Hylos just got a lifesaver.
Man, that was a very, very cute bestie movement coming out from him, man. I mean, these two were best friends still, you know, since diaper days. But yeah, it's showing games also. A very heartfelt movement, but always almost the stun that Stain has been landing is onto the target that he wanna stopped down most of the time. But right now, the turtle is already up to an Armageddon. They're trying to set up for it. Fame with the roly-poly was able to roll over the map, but look at that though.
Once again, fight being on. AOG popped up. In the meantime, revitalizing being on by Fame. But there you go. They're going for the Turtle Feather Attack too soon by Ryota. I was not expecting it much soon, but now the Irithel coming up into the map will be taking down Basha. Turtle will be slain by Suyu. Easy Turtle for Dakusena. Second one. Double kill will be claimed here. Triple kill as well onto Ryota. This Irithel rotation. Funny Valentine is the name, guys, and he will be the triple kill Reaper for this match.
Yeah, man. That was a very, very bad fight coming through from the side of Armageddon. They do not really have the ways to try to go for the team fights, and like you mentioned, a little bit too early of a feather airstrike right there. But Ito, I think he's sandwich here.
Ito just got down, but no, it will be SOD, but he can't run away. It will be easy kills once again. I assure you. Okay, but gotta pause. Maybe some issue from either wise of teams. But you know, Debbie, I feel like now the game is totally onto the side of Dakusena. They're literally taking on the micro as well as the macro, the trace being onto them. Anything which can take on this game for Armageddon, I feel like will be Ito.
Yeah,
He
it's
was not
always
there in
Ito.
any team
Hmm.
fight yet. So we haven't seen that team fight Ito. So when he will join the team fight, so taking the tier 3 in the top lane, I feel like he can bring out that energy, bring out that goal spike for their team.
Absolutely right. Because most of the time when you see Armageddon playing, they play more around their goal lane, and they love to get the early game to mid game kind of heroes into the goal lane most of the time. But this time around, they went for the Moskov into the first phase nonetheless. So it's actually quite hard for them to try to go for that same kind of aggression they usually go when they have a hero is when they have a grandeur. But now that the Moskov is a scaling hero who's not that strong into the early game, not really the best hero to go for fights into the early game until and unless he have 3 items, I think it's actually into the hands of Armageddon to try to just play very safely and wait for Ito to farm up and not take fights as much as they do. Even though they have the Baxia, sure, they have the Farsa as well, they have the aggression, but they need the extra amount of damage that Kusena already had when Funny Valentine was already into the team fights most of the time and Ito wasn't there yet. So it kind of comes down to always a 4v5 situation most of the time, and Dakusena, of course, they are always going to be winning it out, and of course they are losing onto the turtle as well. So, Armageddon, they have to be careful this time around. The aggression they have that they had into the previous games will not be seen here because they need it for the late game, not the early game.
Yes, and with this, we are back into the game, and here we are. I mean, already there is something going on, and Ryota will cut up by Funny Valentine once again. Funny Valentine get a kill, and in the meantime, we can see the glorious pathway just come up. Baksha going on. Julian will be back as well. This is the main thing I was talking about. Julian jungle. It's not into the fourth tier as well. Julian is right now maybe in the fifth tier. He was literally neglected by ML after, I mean, everybody's commented he's the favorite son of Munto. But then he just got backlash and now he's in the fifth tier, guys. Thank you for
Yeah.
those. The thing you did, but now Feather Airstrike come up, but I don't think Team Dark Hussein will be picking up any fight at this moment. They'll be backing up
Mhm.
soon. Third total coming up. Whom do you think gonna take it?
I think it's still Dakosina who have the chance, man. But still, it's like this is a way that the Zulian kind of plays, right? You do not really have the opening, then you are not really the best tankiest member as well. So it's gonna be really hard. But the AOZ will be popped against stun. Aye.
Okay, the cameraman just went for that 1v1 rather than going for the 2v1, but now the
Oh,
1v1 is going in the way of Funny Valentine. Okay, what are you doing? Why are you just shifting it
no,
up? Okay, recalling back, but Ito will be the one falling down by Funny Valentine. For the airstrike come up, a Turtle Slayer is being there on to Suyu, going for a kill. Avishal strike protected. Julian got down, is Zozi, and then you go once again diving inside the turret. Kishi going for a double kill, maybe a triple kill, but no, he's not got anything. Will be back out soon with the sliver of HP, but in the meantime, catching up the way onto the Forza will be paving off for that. Will not be paving off for that Gatot Kasha because he got down as well.
that was a all again for the side of Dakusena though. But Funny Valentine, he does have a lot of damage.
No, and look that he will be taking out a monster kill onto the Basha. And again, he's going inside the inhibitor. Now, back onto the point. Feather Airstrike just come up to take down Funny Valentine, but not much to take him really down. But at this moment, tier 2 is totally open, and minions have been there. Will be clearing up soon. Hylos going onto the front. Abyssal Trap. Okay, we'll be
Oh.
taking it out. A killing spree for Selena. I mean, Stain as well. Now it's like Dakusena is totally charged up. 18-3 is the score, Debbie, with a
Mhm.
7K goal lead. Game on for them.
70. It's game on, man. They have been locked in since the 5 minute of this game when they were able to secure the turtles and the objectives most of the time. And even the mid lane is gonna be so important. But Ito right now is just being playing with fire and fire time and time again. But AOZ, man, look at that.
Curtain call just connected. AOG come up, but now the Gatot Kacha is inside the way. CC will be the one taking out Ito at this moment. Going for a double kill, but it will be Selena taking out Zozi. So not Zozi, it's Vasha. Zozi is right now into the top, trying to push some lane. But before that, we can see the tier 2 will be totally open and it will be taken down by Zaz. Do you think they're gonna cut up Zozy at this point? Okay, Evil Quiller come up, placing the bit up. Lord about to come. I feel like the first Lord will be the last Lord.
Yeah, it's highly likely that they could go for that, but in the top lane though, that's a little bit of a naughty movement coming out from Josie here. He's going for a 1v1, look at that though.
1v1, simple 1v1 going on. Retreat come up to go back. Curtain coil as well. In the meantime, in the off cam, we can see a lot being taken down. And I think he gonna escape it easily. But if he can't do this, then I feel sad for
Ah.
him. I will feel sad for him. Vengeance come up. Zozy got down. Glorious pathway right down to the point. Zaz in a very bad position will be shut down onto the hand of Hylos, as well as AOG come up with the Hylos being at a slaver of HP. Redemption come up. It will be Funny Valentine's double kill. Going for a triple at this moment. Getting onto the way of the Hito. But the Maniac will be stolen by... Sadly, by Kiashi. I was not expecting it. He should have given that Maniac to him. As I said, the
Yeah.
first Lord will be the last Lord.
Yeah, well said right there. Inhibitor gone already. That's just one member coming through. The feather airstrike be used, but it will not be enough for Armageddon to defend this because it was too much for them to handle. Dakusena closing this off with a third game. They will be 1 point ahead. 2-1 is the score. Armageddon, do they have the way to come back? We will be only seeing it into the next game. But what a commendable game it was, all into the hands of Dakusena, man. And I think it has to be staying onto the Selena that provides a lot of pressure into the early game, because early game wasn't the strongest suit for Armageddon with that kind of lineup that they were drafting for. And I think it's just the Dakusena, they really knew that they could play the early game to their advantage. They could just be the controller, and they did just that. And Armageddon were only responding to that most of the time. And yeah, so Ball now onto the set heroes is not the best choice ever, because onto the Hylos he doesn't really go for the sets. He love going for the sets on the damage as well. He did not want to be a sitting duck. And yeah, maybe into the fourth game they should give him a setter or a damage dealer hero, which he's more commendable on. But Dakusena, man, all comforts into the hands. They were able to make it work really, really well.
For sure, because not only that, Debbie, I feel like high loss into the EXP in this new meta going on, it's not good. I mean, Rome can be manageable, but EXP, no, not so good. Because, EXP meta it is. CC is 2 fire, and CC is the best counter of high loss. If you're not banning her, taking up the high
Yeah.
loss into the EXP with the Basha into the Rome, I mean, he can provide the mobility. He can be anywhere, but the sustain, what about the sustain? In the early game, he can't be that much sustain. Just like the Gatot Kacha. Look at that. He was more sustain than the Basha, and that was helping Team Dakusena. And even though everything was onto the way, I thought Funny Valentine would have got that MVP, but no, it's Kyashi who will be getting the MVP with the 6-1-10 KDA. That was a beautiful build. I mean, that was a real Suyu build. He didn't win for the kills. So I couldn't say that he's stolen the maniac of Funny
Yeah.
Valentine, because he didn't put that Sky Piercer. It was a normal build. So it's okay. But Kashi got the MVP because he just not only got the kills,